are at the bench, and this is the church that's going to go in that space over at High Shields, and it measures 268 millimeters long and 151 millimeters wide. It doesn't give you a height. That's probably one of the reasons why I want to build this kit first and see what it looks like in that area. Now, I will be making a few changes to this kit as I'm going along. Firstly, the arch entrance here on the side of the church, I'm going to move that to the front of the tower here, and I'm not sure how that's going to work, but we're going to find out. I've had a little play with it, and I've made the archway up ready, and what I've done is this piece that was in the middle, I've popped it out and I've made a brand new entrance for the church using a piece of scrap card. That was part of the kit anyway. So that will then sit in the back of there. Once painted, so that will be the new entrance to the church. I've done the old scribing technique with a pen. So what I did was I drew the gate, pencil first, and then scribed it hard with a pen. Obviously I've still got to paint this, and when I paint this gate, I'll be painting the gates on the kit as well at the same time, so all three doors will look like they've been made from the same type of wood. So that's what I've done up to now. Made the archway, fitted the archway roof, imprinted the card like I do with all the other kits using the pen, and I've also done the same here on the stone, just using a pen there to highlight those brickwork there, or stone masonry work. So, looking at the tower, which is the first thing to make on the kit. Now, as you can see, that this part here will go into the rectory and the actual church. So opposite that, there's a window here. Now, I want to keep that window, but the new doorway is going to go there. So that window now will have to be made there. So I'm going to have to cut that shape over here. So that will be the first job to do, and I do have a template because the window fell out. This window piece here, which was in there, has fallen out, so I'm going to use this to make the template to go here by measuring it and cutting it. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I have separated the tower from the kit, and as you can see, that's the actual window we're going to move. Now if I just pop that out, and that is where I'm going to place it, because this is what's going to sit there in its place. Now as you can see, there will be a bit of a doctoring doing, because once that is glued in place, you'll still see the remnants of the old window, but in the kit itself there's some extra stone card, so I'll just cut a piece out and glue it in there, so that'll solve that problem. So what I've done is I've scored a line across there, which is roughly about 16mm from there to there, and all I'm going to do now is place that on there. Get it equal, and draw around it. If you use a quite sharp pencil, you'll be able to push right into the card as well. It should make it easier for the scalpel to follow. Okay, so now we have a new opening. So by pressing hard with a pencil, it's made it a lot easier for the scalpel. There, now we have a new window. I think it's the west window. Because you got nice big windows, I didn't want to waste it, so I've moved it across. Right, so that's that little piece done. Now we still have to put the stone masonry bit back, like we've got there, over to here, which can be drawn or measured and then painted. Because what I'm going to have to do to make sure the masonry looks the same, I'll have to repaint the masonries on the tower just to make them all look the same. Right, as you can see now, I have copied the stone masonry work across from this window to this window and scored it in with a pen. Now if I do the same to the other windows on the tower, here, here, here and here, and then paint them all the same, then they will all match. The next job I'm going to do is stain glass these windows. Now I've been having a bit of play on a piece of this plastic, if you like, with various methods. I've used paints, I've used felt tip pens, and my wife came up with a suggestion saying use permanent markers. So I thought, oh, give that a try. Now permanent markers have been really dry ever so quickly, and it seems to work. I've already done it on this arch entrance. You can just see the yellow tint in the window there. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to stain glass all these windows see in front of us. The little ones I'm just going to do all one colour, yellow, but the bigger windows I'll do in a variety of colours. And in B&M, these are the permanent markers I've used. They're very cheap, cheerful, £2. So I'm going to use the 5 colours out of a 10 colour pack. I'm going to use the red, the green, the orange, yellow and blue. And this is going to be interesting. When you come to do the windows, just ensure you've got the matte face side facing up, because the gloss side needs to be on the window facing side. Yeah, on the window facing side against the wall. So when you come to glue it on, be gluing, see that's the matte side, and then you'll be gluing it against like that, so you'd have the matte side on the inside and the gloss side on the outside. And it's the matte side you need to stain the windows. So I just thought I'd give you that little tip, because this is going to take me a while to do. Okay, I've finished the windows. This is the main window on the church. It's the east window. It's the biggest one in the kit, and I've done a few of the small ones as well. It doesn't smear, it stays permanent, so permanent markers for your windows, guys. Right, I shall continue assembling the tower. To hide that white tab, I cut out a piece of wallpaper which comes with the kit. So I'll just cut that like so and glue that over the top, and you'll never know that there was a window there once that's weathered. Okay, as you can see, all the windows on the towers now are fitted, and it's looking pretty good. The highlighted fact is that painting the stone on this window and all the windows sort of blends them all in together, which has worked out quite well, seeing that this wasn't here in the first place. Anyway, here's a closer look at the stained glass using the permanent markers, and I'm quite pleased with the way that has come out. The door is painted now, and the stonework around the door is painted, and here we are on the inside of the tower. Now, on the instructions, G1 would have gone not only there but there as well, but as I've got the window there, what I've done is on the spare G1 I've cut off that tab there and put it up there, so you'd still carry on as if though you were building it to the instructions of the card kit. Okay, so I thought I'd just mention that. So the next thing that's got to happen or do is, as you can see, when this is closed, it's going to be very difficult to get a light in there. So, thinking ahead, I've pre-drilled a hole there above the church tower archway, which will be on the inside of the church, and that'll be for the two cables that'll come through. So the next part is to glue the top floor and middle floor, but leave this flap open, or this side open, until we've got the LED fitted in. Okay, the tower is almost finished. The LED is in situ, as you can see, and I have some stone flooring in the bottom and some stone walling opposite the window. So I just thought I'd quickly show you this before it gets glued permanently shut. And as you can see, there is the window. The light's not very good at the moment because it's not dark enough, but I can show you the LED is on, because you've just seen it on. There. Right, so next thing, glue all that up. Okay, I have completed the tower for the church now, and it's got its entrance fitted now, glued in position, and there's the clock on that side and the clock on that side, and the roof has been fitted, and I've left the cables there ready for when I come to do the main chapel and the nave section of the church. When this is fully assembled, there still will be the painting of the roof there, which need doing, and all these white bits of card will have to be hidden. See those white edges? So I'll have to paint those in. But yes, that's the tower complete. So now I shall make a start on the nave section of the church, which I've already pulled out of the kit, which is this section. Now if you look closely to the pillars, I've penned them, and I'll be painting those because you might see those through the window. Okay, right, so I shall crack on with that and see where we are later. Okay, I've assembled the nave and the chapel, and where I scored it with the pen, I have now painted it in a sandstone colour. And obviously once the sides are built, put on there, and you look through the windows, you'll actually see the sandstone columns, which I think is a nice little touch. So I think that's all for this week, and obviously the tower is not assembled yet to the nave because I've got to work out how to get the cables through the kit, through the baseboard yet. So right, hope you have enjoyed what you've seen. Thanks for looking in on this channel, and I'll see you again next week.